Welcome to the Big Movement Podcast. If you're ready to create results and make huge strides in your business, finances, personal development, and health, then you're in the right place. Pushing past excuses and powering through procrastination can be a challenge alone. Here, you'll get the support, tools, and knowledge you need to get to the level you desire in your business and life. Let's get started with your host, Byron Ingram.
And welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today, we are going to talk about knowing your audience. You see, advertising is a way of life in today's world, especially if you want to put your message in front of your ideal clients and customers. However, before you spend a single dollar advertising your business, you absolutely must know who your audience is and also who they are not. You see, the more you know about who you're wanting to market your products and services to, all the better. But you know, we live in this world where sometimes we just want to throw stuff up at the wall and see what sticks because we're just that pressure, like, just get it done. Well, the thing is, sometimes you have to take a step back and make sure you're doing it right. Because you see, it's easy to come to that temptation when you're running ads to just simply get the message out there, but you can easily waste resources. But ultimately, it does more than just simply do that. It is also resulting in a loss of opportunity. Imagine for a moment you're running a special promotion for an opportunity, like say a product launch or a sale or whatever you have going on where it's time sensitive. Now, when this ad is being displayed to the wrong audience, you think about that, the wrong people are seeing your message, you're going to end up leaving money on the table as the potential customers who might just as well buy it will not see your message. And that's something you do not want. So you see, this is that downside, about advertising and marketing. But you see, there's another part to it and not being spot on with your targeting. And you see, that can create disillusion in your brand. And where people kind of have that response, what in the heck, and insert your explicative there about what they're experiencing. So as an example, it wasn't that long ago, earlier this year, but even last year, sometimes, the days kind of fly together. I was watching the Super Bowl, and I saw ads on my Facebook news feed promoting a chicken wing restaurant in San Antonio. Now, just to clarify, I don't live anywhere near San Antonio. I live just outside of Dallas, Texas. So for me to see this ad, I'm sure they had amazing wings, but here's the problem. No one in their right mind is going to drive there, especially when it's promoting a special going on during the game, to get wings from San Antonio. No, who's going to drive 4.5, 5, 6 hours just to do that, or jumping on a plane to go to, I've got to have it. Not happening. And here's the other thing. I don't eat meat. So as a result of that, guess what? I am not the person they want to be displaying an ad to. So when you put an ad in front of the wrong audience, it can generate a negative response from people. Imagine, let's say, as just an example here, you have a steak restaurant, and you have the best steak in the world where people are raving about it, but your ad shows up in front of, let's say, a group of PETA advocates. Probably not going to go for that well. Or if it's a hunting store, that's definitely not going to go great. So this is why you have to spend the time to know who your audience is, so you make sure your ad is going in front of them. So what's the best way so you can know who you should be marketing to? Well, ultimately, you want to begin looking at who your best clients are. For any business that wants to create growth, the best way to do this is to attract more of who your ideal customers are. These are the people that invest in your premium products and services or do business with you on an ongoing basis. Those are the ones that you want because they're spending the most money with you. So you're going to want to identify as many traits about them as possible. Now, naturally, you're going to want to identify demographic data, but you're going to also want to dive into target behaviors as well. You see, demographics will only get you so far in terms of targeting your ideal clients. Because, you're looking at how old somebody is, where they live, the number of kids, that type of stuff. So that's going to get you a certain point. But you see, behaviors, when they're used properly, will really narrow down who sees your message. So as an example, let's say that someone's selling an online product, so targeting individuals that make online purchases, then that could be beneficial. So, or another example, let's say that you have a sporting type thing. Let's say that you have a nutritional product, maybe targeting people that buy these types of products. That could be beneficial, because if someone's not buying it already, well, they might not be interested in buying yours. So this is where behaviors come to be extremely powerful, and ultimately why you must know as many details as possible about who your ideal client is, so you can narrow it down to those people and make sure that you exclude those who do not fit the picture. Let's face it, after all, you want to make sure that if you're selling, let's say, hunting supplies, you're not marketing to people that are like animal rights activists, things like that, because it's probably not going to go great. So what's next? What is it that you should be doing at this point? So with any marketing campaign, you absolutely must test various audiences to see which is going to respond to your message. So, there's that temptation out there. Now, I'll just create a single audience and call it quits. Like it's a one and done deal. I'm set. And this is what happens. A lot of people are going to teach out there. Just create one audience and you're done. Well, no, that's just the beginning. See, with any and every online advertising campaign, you absolutely must constantly refine your ad campaigns, as each adjustment can substantially increase your results over time. So let's think about this here. If you're only testing one combination, well, you could be missing out. And over time, well, you might wear out that audience, or you don't even know how well that's doing. So this is why you have to test multiple groups in marketing. Test men versus women, one age group versus another, people that went to college, people that didn't, and so on and so on. You have to test these types of variables, because then ultimately with your ad copy, you're going to start seeing, oh, this group is converting substantially better. And these are the things that you have to refine it while you're only spending a small amount of dollars on your budget. Because if you can have these improvements when your ad spend is low, think about the difference it'll make as you grow and scale your ad campaign. So if you're spending, say thousands and thousands of dollars on an ad campaign, well, you want to make sure that is optimized. So this is why when you're only spending, let's say $5, $10 a day on an ad campaign, well, you want to start testing different ad sets and seeing, okay, well, this one worked better, that one didn't convert, let's scratch that, let's do this instead. And you keep doing it, and well, guess what happens over time? Now it gets better and better. So that's what you really want to do. So ultimately, you want to take the time to get to know who your ideal client is and create audiences to market your product to them. Just remember that it takes time to discover the right combination of demographics, interests, and behaviors to generate the optimal results for your business. And the reason why I say it takes time is because if you're just starting out, you have to get to know who your audience is. And then as you have more data, it gets easier and easier to market to them. So as an example, let's say you're collecting email addresses from people, the people that you're buying from you over and over again. Well, as you're collecting them, well, then it's easier to target those people over and over again. Let's say that you're using videos to build an audience. Well, because of how Facebook works and you can be able to pixel people, you can begin targeting the individuals that watch, let's say, 25% of the video or 50% of the video and so on, and build lookalike audiences off of, let's say, your existing customers. That's why as you do more things, it gets easier and easier to do. But it all begins with taking the time in the beginning to start testing out who should be seeing your message and knowing as much as you can about your ideal client. So I would love you to do me a huge favor today. Go ahead and share this episode out there. So hit that like button and also hit that share button, because there's someone out there who needs to hear this message, so that way they can start saving thousands of dollars in their advertising to get their business in front of their ideal clients and customers.
Thanks for listening to the Big Movement Podcast today. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now that you've surely been inspired to take your entrepreneurial career and business to the next level, you can stop by the website and get more. And if you're ready to boost your business brand, be sure to grab your free report, 7 Easy Steps to Build Your Brand Today.